coming up in this read. Whatever fantasy they had in their head about who you are or were as a person, that illusion's being shattered. Hi Scorpio, welcome to your Scorpio Sundays reading. This read is going to be from August the 23rd, August the 27th to September the 3rd. Please do keep in mind that this is still a general reading, okay, so not everything is going to resonate for you. And if you're cross-watching, you are welcome to cross-watch, but definitely do not take offense at anything that comes out of a general reading, okay? If another person appears in Scorpio's energy, it could be about someone else that you don't know anything about, okay? So it would be really, really incredibly foolish to take offense at anything that comes out in a general reading, right? Okay, so Scorpio, what is going on for you guys? Okay, your rune for the week is Lauges. Okay, and this one says water and intuition. Beautiful. The symbol of life, birth, but also of difficulties and danger and purity, unconsciousness and dreams. Okay. This one can also indicate karma as well, because it means what is laid or what is fixed. It's about the law. More specifically, the universal laws. Okay, so what is laid, what is fixed, what is the law. It can also indicate fertility, memory, and the unconsciousness. Now, this one did not come out in reverse, so you're pretty good that way. Okay, so you are going to overcome your difficulties. You are not going to be affected by anything, should we say, dangerous or mischievous. Which is refreshing, because the last read that I did for you, we had more of that sort of negative energy was being thrown around. Yeah, it was quite a difficult read in that last one. So with this one, Spirit's telling you, look, you are being protected, okay? You're not going to fall foul to any of this dangerous crap that's going around or anything nasty, okay? Your intuition is going to be at an all-time high with this one, and if you feel that you need a bit more of a helping hand with either your intuition or with protection, then you can trace out that particular rune onto a bit of paper. And some people like to keep it under their pillow or keep it in their pocket, okay? Just keep it close for additional protection, so that you can really harness the energy of the Lauges rune. Unconsciousness and dreams. Okay, so that's quite a deep message. Some of you could have Pisces placements in your own chart, or you could be dealing with a Pisces individual. Just take it as it resonates, but it's more to do with the energy, okay? That sort of subconscious. It is funny because I'm getting memories from this one. So the message that's coming through, Scorpio, is you've cropped up in someone's memories. You've cropped up in their unconscious. They're seeing you in their dreamlike state, if you will, or vice versa. You could have dreamt about someone more recently. Okay, that's basically your intuition is telling you something about that particular individual. And for the cross-watcher that has been seeing their Scorpio person in their subconscious state, or unconscious state if they've been asleep, then yeah, that would be then your intuition is trying to tell you something about your Scorpio. Okay. I'm feeling a deep, strong spiritual connection that's going on here as well, with the message of purity, unconsciousness, and dreams. Okay, there could be a really strong soul connection between yourself and another individual Scorpio. I do feel strongly that it's possible you have both been dreaming of each other. Okay, sending these subconscious messages to each other. So that could indicate that someone is at a physical distance, or you maybe haven't spoken to that particular person in a while. Again, just take it as it resonates, okay? There's indications that your souls, your spirits are still very much connected to each other, are still very much in communication with each other. It is a nice, beautiful, gentle energy that I'm getting off of this one for you this week, Scorpio. It is a really interesting vibe. The fixed law, the laws of the universe, the way that things are, whether we like it or not, I feel there is going to be a harsh lesson that is delivered to as either a certain person or a certain group of individuals, Scorpio, who have been giving you a bit of a rough time, okay? So again, what goes round comes round, what goes up must come down, as within, so without, as above, so below, okay? There are, okay, how to put this properly. Every so often you will feel the energy shift, and you will feel when we're in a really sort of karmic time, okay? This happens periodically, and right now we are in a very karmic time, okay? So those who we clocked last week, and indeed the week before that, who were actively sending you nasty shit, they have fallen foul of these karmic laws. And I'm just going to leave it there, okay? I'll leave the rest to your imagination. You're smart enough to read between the lines. You know exactly how this is going to go down, okay? You don't need me to spell it out for you. You, karmically, if you know that you're on the right side of karma, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. You've got nothing to worry about, okay? Sometimes shitty people like to hurt decent people. It's a fact of life. It's what happens. Every so often you get to witness those shitty people meet their comeuppance. If you're really lucky, you're going to get a front row seat, okay? As I said, look, it's a really nice, gentle energy, okay? It's a lot of yous are definitely a lot more self-assured now than you have been in quite a while. So I approve. I like this message for you here, Scorpio. It's beautiful. Okay, right, what is Scorpio's spirit animal for this week, please? What guidance do you have for our Scorpio collective? Everything gets forcibly pulled back into balance at some point. Okay. Spirit animal for Scorpio. Wow. Okay. So this is going to be reverse, whatever this is. The Jaguar, growth. Interesting. So with it being in reverse, it tells me that things have been stagnant for a while. And I feel through no fault of your own. For those of you who are doing the work, and you know that you're doing the work, and you know that you're applying yourself, and yet still somehow shit's not growing, you're going to know that that's because of some outside influence. Okay? So with this one, maturity is the ability to embrace change. I think you had this one last week as well, Scorpio. I think you did. And change cannot happen without death, not a fucking actual death, okay? A metaphorical death. You are the 8th house. This death does not necessarily mean physical death, but it could be the ending of a relationship, the ending of a situation, or simply your decision to not continue with the same old habits. Or not continue with the same old individuals who are obstructing your growth. Okay? Those individuals who are stopping you from progressing, from being your true, authentic self. You know? The bullies in life. You're no longer giving them a free pass. mature enough to walk away from certain people, places, things that are just determined on holding you back. You're not doing that. You refuse to take part in any kind of bullshit and fuckery. Okay, what areas is Scorpio needing help with or is needing to focus on this week, please, when it pertains to their chakras? What chakra should Scorpio focus on for the week of August 27th to September the 3rd, please? Scorpio Collective. Okay, right, so with this deck, Scorpio, with it being super thick cardstock, I need to split this deck and take the top one, okay, because it's virtually impossible to shuffle the traditional way with this one. That's why I just did the riffle shuffle for a while there. Okay, so your focus is actually going to be on your solar plexus chakra here, Scorpio, for this week, okay, and you have got the card of responsibility, number 20. Self-discipline, empowerment, reliability, and fulfillment. So, Scorpio, your focus is going to be what fulfills you. Okay, what areas do you feel empowered, and how can you increase on that? Because you can see he's got a little seed in his hand and it's sprouting and it's growing. Okay, it's the same message as that Jaguar with the growth. Right, so what areas are you feeling that you could do with a bit more self-discipline? So take it from this way. Say if you're struggling with anger, or if you struggle with an addiction, it could be any kind of addiction, shopping addiction, alcohol, smoking, whatever. Okay, so many types of addictions. Those areas are going to require self-discipline. For those of you who are focused on your career, that is also going to require self-discipline to get you up to the next level of your career. Okay, so it's going to resonate in so many different ways for so many individuals. Okay, it all just depends on who you are, what's going on in your life. So this is really look at the areas where you feel you need a little bit more self-discipline. I mean, perhaps you could be one of these Scorpio individuals where you unfortunately have been allowing of other people to take advantage of your good nature. That's going to require self-discipline for you to no longer be treated like a doormat, for example. Do you know what I mean? So really look at these places in your life where you could do with a bit more empowerment. Okay, and again, like with the cupped hands, that's kind of like self-responsibility as well. So it's not just responsibility. I am responsible for my home, my kids, my whatever. Okay, my business, yada yada. The list goes on. This is more to do with self-responsibility. And have you really been giving yourself the care and the nurture that you need to be an empowered individual, so that you can fulfill your own needs? Okay, right, so we are going to take the full message for you for this one, and I know some of you like me to hold up the cards, so there we go. Right, so this one says, take responsibility for your actions and for your life, and great freedom comes with discipline. Responsibilities and self-discipline are vital in creating all of the things that we want in life, from a healthy body and mind through to a successful career and happy relationships. This card is an invitation to smile at the opportunity to fulfill your responsibilities. Sometimes responsibilities feel like a burden. Fuck yeah, ain't that the truth? as though they take away our freedom, but we actually need some responsibilities to give us some structure in our lives. By having the structure in our lives, we end up having more freedom rather than less. If we avoid our responsibilities, we're unable to learn the basic lessons of discipline and organized focus required to achieve our goals. We may drift from one relationship or one home or one job to another, repeatedly ending up in situations that we don't actually want to be in, but not knowing why or how we ended up there. Once we take genuine responsibility for ourselves, we realize that the power to change is always right here within us, and we stop blaming others and external sources, and we become self-empowered. From this place we find the strength, the drive, and the energy to make the choices necessary to fulfill our desires. Next time you hear yourself blame someone for something, stop and ask yourself how you can take responsibility and help out the situation. If you're unhappy in your job or relationship, well, what can you do to change it? If you need more finances, then how can you take responsible action towards it? Only you can be responsible for you. On the other hand, if you're overly responsible for others, this is the bit that I feel that most of you are going to resonate. If you're overly responsible for others, you may actually disempower them by not allowing them to take responsibility for themselves. We each need to learn our own lessons in life, to acknowledge our strengths and learn from our challenges. Know when you have played your part and when it's time for you to let the seed grow on its own. By taking responsibility for ourselves and embracing our responsibilities in life, we build a foundation towards a successful and fulfilling life. We become powerful individuals rather than dependent ones. We claim a sense of strength, freedom, and confidence that comes through self-discipline and self-mastery. From this place comes the realization that we can create anything that we want in this lifetime. Yeah. So it's up to you what parts of that message you resonate with and what parts of that message are for someone else, okay? It's not my job to tell anybody, what's what. I'm just reading the cards, reading the energy, okay? You'll know deep down which bits of that message was for you and which was for someone else. Okay. Can we have a 9-card spread, please, for our Scorpio collective for August 27th to September the 3rd? What is coming in towards our Scorpio collective, please? Our high vibe Scorpio collective. Scorpio collective. Okay. Right, so with this deck, Scorpio, I'm just going to cut the deck, shuffle 3 times, and then peel the cards, okay? Because I'm really trying to keep this deck as new looking as possible, because it is quite a special deck, and I don't want to bash it all up. Right, okay, so what is coming in towards you guys? The moon, first card out, the moon. There's that subconscious energy, that deep intuitive knowing. There could be something, some kind of secret here that's coming to light, Scorpio. There could well be. Maybe someone's been working hard to keep you silent on something. Maybe you know something about someone that potentially could put them in a bit of trouble here. Because your moon is fears as well. It can warn of danger sometimes, so potentially you could put someone in a lot of trouble here with some kind of knowledge that you have. We'll wait and see. We'll need to clarify all of this, okay? Yeah, the Ten of Swords. That's why it's important to read the cards intuitively and really feel that energy that is accompanying the cards that come with it. Isn't that funny how I was saying about like the words danger and fear and secrets coming out, and then immediately next to it is a Ten of Swords. It's a betrayal, an ending, someone being stabbed in the back here. It's that one, the 7 of Coins. Okay, so some kind of growth. 7 of Coins. Okay, Five of Cups, Ace of Coins, the King of Wands. It is quite difficult for me to see these cards at this angle because they're super shiny. The World, the Six of Cups, and the Tower. Okay. At the bottom of the deck is a King of Swords. Okay, so you've got two kings here. Doubling down on the masculine energy. Now, remember, that's not necessarily someone's actual physical gender, okay? That's more to do with the polarization of the feminine and the masculine principle. The fact you've got two kings here would suggest that there is potentially some kind of business deal that's going on here. Somebody's wanting to work with you, they want to cooperate with you. It's like negotiations here between these two individuals. It could be yourself and another individual, or this could be people at your workplace, you know, like the ones who are in charge type thing. You've got Five of Swords under there. Okay, first message, I wouldn't trust necessarily this King of Swords person. I am going to say that, Scorpio. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Alright, I'm not one of these readers that's going to sit there and bullshit you what's coming out of the read. Okay, it's pointless. And not only that, that is some serious bad juju. If I was to sit here and bullshit what was coming out, I don't want that kind of grief, no thanks. I've got a job to do and I'm going to do it properly. If you recognise a King of Swords type individual around you, Scorpio, I wouldn't necessarily trust them. I'd be super, super cautious around that person. Because underneath them was the Five of Swords. That is an individual who is highly competitive. Really competitive, to the point where they've got no qualms about stabbing someone in the front, back, side or bum to get what they wanted. Like, for real. This person is ruthless. I'm getting the word ruthless. I'm looking at this King of Swords and the Five of Swords and it's fucking ruthless energy. I mean, that it could be you, Scorpio. Let's keep an open mind here. This could be your current energy. Maybe there are a handful of Scorpios sitting there in their ruthlessness, because they're absolutely determined that nobody's going to hold them down. No one's going to hold them back. Everybody's going to have their reasons. And certainly if you're dealing with a King of Swords type person, I'd be careful. You know, the Wheel of Fortune underneath that one, and then the Queen of Swords. So it's showing me that there's a silver lining. Okay. Between this King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, it's going to be a blow up. It's going to be an argument. And that argument is actually a silver lining. Because the Wheel of Fortune's here. Okay. Something is about to happen between a King of Swords and a Queen of Swords for a very good reason. It could be you and this person, or, for all I know, you could be identifying as being this King of Wands person here. No, I said King of Wands person, not King of Wands man. There's a couple here that are basically at each other's throats, in competition with each other, fighting with each other, fighting in amongst each other, and it's a silver lining for you. There's something really unexpected that's taking place here, Scorpio. I'm feeling as well that whoever this King of Swords is, they have vastly underestimated whoever is identifying as being the Queen of Swords. This king has underestimated the intelligence and the sharpness, the knowledge and the experience of this queen. They've made some kind of fatal error here, Scorpio. They've gone up against this person, which I suspect is you. Someone's going up against you, I feel. And they've not thoroughly done their research first. They haven't. Because they're too busy being competitive and ruthless. They're too busy being hostile and aggressive. They're too busy being a bully. They haven't stopped to think. Shit. What if Scorpio actually knows more than I do? That hasn't even crossed their mind. It's going to be the main theme of the week. The Moon, the Ten of Swords, and the Seven of Coins. So, as I've already mentioned, you've got something here that is growing. Something that you're doing. That there is progress here. Okay, now for a while, it is telling me for a while you were afraid that what you were doing wasn't working and probably wondering as to whether or not you should surrender and stop. Okay. You're also looking at some kind of betrayal here, but I don't feel that you're going to be betrayed this week. I feel that this is more like, it feels old, okay, because it's right next to the moon, which, I mean, these two is a combination, it's like a memory. So you're using this as fuel to be determined to succeed. That's how I'm reading this combination here. And for whatever reason, this King of Swords has got a lot to do with it. A lot. This King of Swords orchestrated some kind of past betrayal that you went through. For definite. They were the orchestrator of that. Because they were afraid. They were afraid of you. They had it in their head, I need to bring Scorpio down before Scorpio brings me down. But it didn't work. Because you're using that as a fuel to get yourself to the next level, right there. You're doing what any ascended Scorpio would do. You're transmuting that negative energy into the positive energy. Five of Cups, Ace of Coins, and a King of Wands. You're going to find your passion again. You're going to find your creative streak again, okay? I mean, central to this entire energy is literally your Ace of Coins. And I always say, everything else that's going on around you at this point in time is because of that center card. Your center card is your catalyst. It's like, this is why all this is going on. Ace of Coins. It's a new offer. It's a new job, a promotion, a gift from the universe. It's doors being opened for you. It's your manifestations coming through. It's you aligning yourself and taking the action towards King of Wands, your stability, prosperity, and abundance. So you're exactly where you need to be right now, Scorpio. That's what this energy is telling me. A lot of you are also a natural born leader as well. You're very charming, very charismatic, entrepreneurs. For most of you, you're entrepreneurs, and there's a lot of caring that goes in to what it is that you do. You know, your chosen profession is like, you care deeply for that. And you can definitely see the bigger picture to what it is that you're doing. And that's why it's even more important that you use these betrayals, backstabbings, and whatever's, this pain, and transmute it into something positive. Because what you're doing, from what I can see, is actually really, really important. And for those of you who are entrepreneurs and natural born leaders, that means that you're going to have people who are looking up to you. So you're going to need to lead by example this week, Scorpio. Even if you're not really feeling it, Five of Cups. Okay. Even if you're not really feeling it, you still need to put your best foot forward. The World, the Six of Cups, and the Tower. We've got a fantasy here that is being shattered. A fantasy that's coming to an end. And it feels like this person here, whatever fantasy they had in their head about who you are or were as a person, that illusion's being shattered. Obviously, your World is a card of completion. An old cycle coming to an end. I am getting strong Saturn energy from this one. Now, I don't usually get that with the World card, okay? I mean, the World card is ruled by the 4 fixed signs, one of which you are. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, Leo, another Scorpio, or an Aquarius. You could be, but you don't have to be. But the World is actually ruled by Saturn as well, so it's technically Capricorn energy also. But I'm not getting that Capricorn vibe. I'm getting that Saturn vibe. That vibe of structure, Father Time. It's time for you to choose something here, Scorpio. I am legit getting that hard task master energy. You're being pushed to feel your ambition. You're being pushed to set and achieve your goals. And to create your secure life. I'm just looking at the way that that snake is wrapped around its egg. It's protecting its egg. It's protecting its new life. And there's a message here for some of you, Scorpio, about how you're needing to protect your new life or your new lifestyle from whoever that King of Swords is. Again, it's not about the physical gender of someone, okay? That could easily be a female or a feminine, okay? Easily. I'm also getting the message here as well, Scorpio, about power to reward, which would be karma. Your boundaries, your limitations, your work, your career, your discipline. What is it that you've committed yourself to? You've learned a lot of lessons through some really harsh challenges here. And you are seeing the rewards, because you've got the seven of coins right there. Your 7 of coins is work to reward. That can also be a very karmically charged energy as well. Because it's getting out whatever you've put in to a situation. I am getting the message of karma here. It's super, super strong. Since we started pulling your cards here, Scorpio, and I said it right at the start of your read, we're in a really karmic time right now. Massively so. I'm feeling this week, Scorpio, you're going to be challenged by an aggressive individual, but I'm also seeing that you're going to come out on top. I'm feeling strongly that whoever this King of Swords individual is, they're going to be making an absolute fool of themselves. Six of Cups. Card of childhood, nostalgia, soulmates, memories, making new memories, somebody being sentimental. Some Scorpio individuals are very sentimental and do like to give other people the benefit of the doubt, which is very honourable. But then you need to ask yourself the question, Scorpio, how many times is the same person going to stab you in the fucking back until you get the message that that person cannot be trusted? How many times do they need to stab you in the back and betray you until you stop being sentimental about them? Pay attention to the cards. 6 of Cups with the Tower. There is an illusion that is being shattered this week about specifically how you see someone or how you cups feel about someone. Your feelings are going to be changing quite significantly this week because of this person's actions. This is you no longer respecting that individual. This is you no longer giving them more chances to fuck you over. They've done it for the last time. It's going to be that type of revelation, that type of understanding of a situation, that it's just, it's going to be one of those situations where you just really sit and you're like, fuck. I made so many excuses for that person. I was so sentimental about them. Do you know what I mean? When I look at the cards this way, let me just move these a second and take it that way. And take it down this way. Moon, the Ace of Coins, and the Tower. That looks like some kind of sabotage. You're going to need to move in silence this week, Scorpio. Do not let anybody know your plans. I'm seeing it this way as well. The 7 of Coins, the Ace of Coins, and the World. If you're making a big investment this week, Scorpio, definitely be careful of who it is that you're speaking to. Because we got someone here working behind the scenes that is waiting for some kind of opportunity to come through so that they can do this to you. Nope, you're not having it. Because if you have that thing, Scorpio, that's going to really upset me and I cannot allow that to happen. Moon, the 5 of Cups, and the World has got a message as well. Someone's feeling sorry for themselves, Scorpio. And they're doing their best to keep that hidden. Okay. I'm not getting regret or remorse from that. I'm getting like someone in this energy of self-pity, especially with the moon being on its head as well. Someone's definitely upset that you're ending something. You're ending one way of life and you're welcoming in a new way of life. And you got someone here who is quietly hoping that things will go tits up for you. And if they can physically do something about that, then they're going to try. Self-pitying behavior. In the meanwhile, you're making some really big boss moves here, Scorpio. 7 of Coins, King of Wands, and the Tower. You're making some really big boss moves. I'm reading this energy as you knocking down those metaphorical walls that were built up in front of you. You're no longer allowing people to get in your way. And you're doing it from a good place. You're doing it with authority that comes from determination and dedication rather than ruthlessness, which is this energy here. Okay, well, I don't feel the need to clarify any of that because that read about as clear as what I could have hoped. What other messages have you got for our Scorpio collective, please? Scorpio. Okay, number 21. I am inspiring. Yeah, some of you do have a lot of people who are looking up to you at this point in time. I am inspiring. So that's going to be your positive affirmation for this week, Scorpio. It says you're highly creative. There we go. King of Wands energy. Highly creative. You're highly creative with a strong will to succeed. Your imagination is highly charged. It reveals itself in everything that you do, from your sparkling conversation to your most prized projects. Yeah, you're going to be taking the world by storm here with something that you're doing, Scorpio. That's a cause worth fighting for. Okay. Guidance for Scorpio, please. Guidance for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio, please. Thank you. Oh, you've got 2, Scorpio. Okay. Let your rapidity be that of the wind, your compactness be that of the forest. Work fast and tidily. Once you've started a job or a project, put all of your focus into it and make sure that you complete it as quickly as possible. Give yourself a deadline and make sure that you complete it within that time frame so that it doesn't impinge on other things that you're needing to do. That's a repeating message from your responsibility card there, Scorpio. It's the same message. It's the exact same message that you started off with. This is not going to be the week for you to have one foot in and the other foot out of something that you're doing. This is going to be the week, Scorpio, for you to be channeling all of your vision, all of your energy, really focus and get your job done. Okay. Let your rapidity be that of the wind, so move fast. Your compactness be that of the forest. And then we shall be unable to turn natural advantage to account unless we make use of local guides. Use the knowledge of others. Don't always think that you have to go it alone. You don't have all of the answers or all of the information all of the time. If you know someone who has the skills and knowledge that you don't have, then ask them for advice or help. They will almost always be happy to share what they know with you. And if they don't, Scorpio, then you will know that that person has aligned themselves as being one of your competitors. Okay? Make use of local guides. Use the knowledge of others. And I absolutely love that deck. It's a brand new one. I'm really pleased with it. It's the Sun Tzu deck. And those who are regulars on my channel would have heard me quote Sun Tzu quite a few times in my readings already. This deck is called a strategy oracle for success in life. Okay. Absolutely beautiful deck. So yeah, that's how I choose to conclude your reading this week, Scorpio. I just really hope that has been helpful to someone. Okay, obviously it's not going to resonate with absolutely everyone. Tarot's a guide, all right? It's not a scapegoat, it's not a crutch, you know. It's a guide, and you're the one that's in charge of your own destiny, at least for the most part. Okay. But yeah, if you feel that you could benefit from a personal reading that is catered more towards your own specific needs, then you can place your booking at phoenixkeiatarot.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.